Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Reset with Jennifer. I'm Jennifer, and the purpose of these sessions is so that we can meet together and begin to bring down our stress reaction regarding the week ahead so that we can address Sunday night dread, that worrying about all the things that are going to unfold, where maybe our heads are spinning about it. Maybe we're even beginning to get a little bit panicky. So I'm here to show you some really, really simple, easy, real-time techniques that you can do to settle down and bring that panic down. And when you begin to calm your body and calm your nervous system, then you can begin to think clearly and think creatively with curiosity and maybe even enjoy some of the events of the week ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start by coming home to our heart space and taking a deep breath. Hold and long exhale. And a deep breath. Hold and long exhale. So the fastest way to interrupt the stress reaction is to come home to your breath, to your body, and to your five senses. And so today we're going to talk about the effect of lighting and how that impacts our nervous systems. Because if you are like me, an HSP, a highly sensitive person, then you feel things very strongly and you are prone to emotional overwhelm and to sensory overload. So to signal to yourself that it's time to calm down and turn inward and relax and focus, often it helps to have a change in the lighting. So I am going to pause the recording temporarily and turn down the lights. There we go. Isn't that better? You could just feel the sense of calm. It feels like you're able to focus more, and body just feels like it doesn't have to respond to all the stuff in the outer environment or to be in resistance to light that is too bright or too jarring. Now, I recently had a chance to see this effect firsthand in dealing with my mom. When I called my mom last night, I had received news from my sister that she was agitated. My mom suffers from early onset dementia. She's doing pretty well overall. But when she begins to develop things like an infection, that can affect her uh, ability to manage her mind. And so she was quite agitated when I called. And I tried to do a few things like hands on heart, let's breathe slowly. But she just couldn't calm down, and she was in fact quite belligerent and and told me in fact that this was a bunch of baloney. And so what I had the attendant do, because all of the lights in the room were on, and also because she had an audience now, she was even more prone to being stimulated, overstimulated, and acting out. So I had the attendant turn down the light by her bed and just said, "Oh, look at this, Mom. This feels really calm. You're getting ready to go to sleep now." And then gradually turn off all the other lights. And then finally she exited the room, leaving the door open so she could peek in and make sure my mom was okay. I stayed on the phone with my mom for just a little bit more. Said, "Okay, now it's time to go to sleep. Close your eyes and go to sleep. And I'm going to sign off here and give you 3 kisses for the night. and then you'll go off into a nice sleep. And we didn't know if this would work, but we did not receive any more calls from the assisted living center through the night. So she seems to have gone off into sleep once the stimulation and the bright lights were down, and she knows that from muscle memory, right, that when the room is dark, that's her sleeping time. So she was able to finally settle down her system and get some sleep, which is really important because if she's fighting an infection, then she, in her early 80s, then it's going to wear her down to be agitated all night long. So it was really important that she be able to calm herself, calm her system. And then we're able to arrange for a non-emergent ambulance to take her into the hospital to get tested this morning. So now this is not, I just want to make the important point that this is not to dispense medical advice. And if you are having an urgent physical situation or psychological situation, then please, of course, have common sense and get the help you need or intervene appropriately for your loved one, right? But it's just to say that even within those situations, while you're waiting for help, while you're figuring out what to do, there may be some steps that you can do to calm things down. And certainly, this is a technique you could use to combat Sunday night dread or any time during the week when you begin to feel that little surge of anxiety or stress, that little hit of stress, and just bring it down. Turn down the lights and focus. All right. So, thank you very much for tuning in today, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week to reset for the week ahead. Take good care. Bye bye.